One day, Jesus was out traveling through the countryside. He's preaching, he's teaching, when an expert in religious requirements stands up and asks him a question. He says, "Teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life?" Jesus asks him, "You are an expert in the requirements. How do you understand them? How do you need to apply them?" The expert answered, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength, with all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself." Jesus said, "You have answered well. Do this and you will live." The expert, though, he wanted to be justified. So he asked Jesus, "Who is my neighbor?" And Jesus told him this story. He said, a man was traveling from one city to another when robbers attacked him. The robbers, they beat him. They stripped him of his clothing and they left him on the side of the road for dead. Time passes and a religious leader passes by. And he sees the injured man on the side of the road, but yet he passes by on the other side. Time passes. A devout person sees the man on the side of the road, and he too passes by on the other side. Time passes, and a heretic, an adulterer passes by, but he sees the man on the side of the road, and he goes and takes care of him. He bandages his wounds. He puts oil on him. He gives him wine. And he takes the hurt man, puts him on his own donkey, and takes him to an inn where he takes care of him overnight. In the morning, this heretic, he goes down to the innkeeper and he pays 2 days' worth of wages to the innkeeper and says, "Take care of him. And when I return, if he has incurred any more expenses, I will reimburse you for them." Jesus asked the expert in the law, "Of these three people, which one was a neighbor to the injured man?" The expert answered, "The one who had mercy on him." Jesus said, "Go and do likewise."